Frenkie De Jong to Manchester United transfer boost, guys. When I'm really doing such a story, I'm smiling ear to ear because I know we really need this player, and even our 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 manager badly needs this player who goes by the names of Frenkie De Jong, because he knows that when he comes, at least 60% or 70% of our midfield problems will be solved either for you guys. Today we are only discussing Frenkie De Jong transfer boost to Manchester United. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on the daily. I know lots of people are in here and up from church, most of them, because today is a Sunday, and I've come late because yesterday I really have my other sister channel known as Rock Media Football. There are very many games in America, El Clasico, Arsenal versus Chelsea, so I was into that mix, and I worked until morning, so I had really to go ahead and really get some sleep such that I refresh and come back and really present to you like always either for you. Now today, Frenkie De Jong, yesterday, connecting to the El Clasico I was telling you about that happened down in America. Frenkie De Jong was one of those players that was in the squad of Barcelona. And for the second time in a row, Frenkie De Jong has been played as a central defender, and he has not been able to start. The other time, Xavi was still in Spain, and we said, all right, let's wait and see when Xavi is still in Spain, because Xavi was not allowed to travel to America. Reason being, when he was in Saudi Arabia as a coach to a certain team in there for you, he took his team to Iran, and because he had a visa of Iran in his passport, America said, no, we're not going to give you a visa. You have to explain this, and then he got all that done, and then they granted him green light to move to America. When he arrived in America, he trained with Barcelona, and then he named his starting 11 against against Madrid in the El Clasico. All right, we knew that. All right, let's wait and see. Frenkie De Jong started onto the bench and waited and said, all right, they might really play him in the midfield. Let's wait and see what's going to happen in the foyer. But most importantly was what the speech of Xavi is going to be after the game. All of us had an expectation that Xavi has always said Frenkie De Jong is a player that we like at Barcelona. Frenkie De Jong is going nowhere. You remember at the end of the season, and even during the mid of June, he came out and said Frenkie De Jong is not for sale. You get that he really has him in his plans. So we are waiting to see what he was really going to come in here and say in there for you. And all media were really looking at what is going to happen in there for you. First symbol that De Jong to United transfer has been boosted by Barcelona. One, Frenkie De Jong came onto the second half and played as a central defender. Can you imagine? I know he once played as a central defender at Ajax under the era of Erik ten Hag, but that's not where you would like to see him play, because frankly speaking, Frenkie De Jong is better than Pedri and Gavi. That's it. But this entire situation that is being put up that we're playing him in the central defense, it's because they want him out of Barcelona. They're telling him, please, you have no space in here for you. Leave Barcelona in there for you. So Frenkie De Jong is really so much treated badly. I'm not happy with how he's being treated at Barcelona in there for you, because he's demanding them his deferred wages of 17 million euros, and they don't want to pay him that money, because that's the reason as to why this deal is not yet happening. But Barcelona has officially shown Frenkie De Jong that we don't need you, and even the manager himself has come out and really spoken it in his mouth that Frenkie De Jong, if he's to stay, is going to be playing as a central defender. That means he's not going to having enough time to play, and he won't get regular playing time at Barcelona. Reason being, they're having in the following defenders: Gerard Piqué, Araujo, Christensen, and Garcia. Those are 4 central defenders, of which they are far much better than Frenkie De Jong. And they're trying to bring in Jules Koundé to make it 5. So that means Frenkie De Jong is going to be the 6th centre back of a side which goes by the names of Barcelona in the for you. So let me show you where all this started in the for you. Before the El Clasico, this is what was reported from Spain from an outlet known as from a journalist known as Tony Joan Marti. He told us that Xavi is expected to speak to several Barcelona players after El Clasico and let them know they need to leave, and Frenkie De Jong sell is a priority. Obviously, there is no way the Frenkie De Jong sell is not a priority, yet Barcelona agreed a fee of 75 million euros guaranteed fee plus 10 million euros of add-ons with Manchester United. Obviously, the deal is in place and they want to sell this guy, so it's a priority and they're going to sell him. And I know he was told after the Clasico that, please, De Jong, you are not in our plans and we want to sell you in there for you. Now, after the game, this is what Xavi had to tell the media about Frenkie De Jong. He said, Frenkie, I don't send messages. I have spoken with him. I value him very much. For me, he's a fundamental footballer, but then there is the economic situation and fair play. He can give us a lot as a centre-back. I like him in that position. Can you imagine? What a humiliation for this guy. What a humiliation for this guy. And a message that was sent to Frenkie De Jong was that we no longer need you at Barcelona. The coming in of Frank Casey, Busquets, Pedri, and they are now going in for Bernardo Silva after Jules Koundé, shows you that there is no space for Frenkie De Jong either for you. I've always told you that the reason as to why Frenkie De Jong is being let out of Barcelona is not because of the financial situation. That is a lie. It's a lie, guys. It's a lie. Why? The position in which Frenkie De Jong plays, and he plays better than any of those lads from the La Masia Academy, is being now looked at vulnerable, if at all is here. What they are doing is they are trying to let him out. Reason being, whenever Pedri or Gavi play or don't live up to the standards in their performance in a certain game of football, obviously the fans of Barcelona will say, but we have Frenkie De Jong on the bench. He plays better than them. You get? Obviously, you'll be insane to come out and really say that Frenkie De Jong is not better than Gavi or Pedri. You get? You'll be insane. Obviously, he's better than them. He's better than them all in playing that role that Pedri really does go ahead and play. He's better than them, and when you look at him, he's more versatile than any of those players that they're replacing him with. He offers a lot. If you want him to play as a CDM, he can play as a CDM. If you want him to play as an attacking midfielder, he can play as an attacking midfielder. If you want him to play as a box-to-box midfielder, he can play that in there for you. But they're sacrificing him to be sold out of Barcelona because Barcelona has groomed two players, Pedri and Gavi from the La Masia Academy. It's all about paving way for Gavi and Gavi and a player who goes by the names of Pedri. That's it. That's it. These things of money, it's just like a plaster on the wound. That's a plaster on the wound. The fact is, they want this guy out because they want to create space for players from the La Masia Academy. That's it. That's it. But footballing matters are the reason as to why Frenkie De Jong is being sent out of Barcelona, because they want to create room for Gavi and Pedri. That's it. If Barcelona were not having the money and doing bad financially, why are they signing in players? They've brought in Lewandowski at 50 million euros. They've brought in Rafinha, 58 million euros. They are going in for Jules Koundé, 55 million euros. And they're going in for Bernardo Silva at 90 million euros. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? And you come out and say and lie to us that the problem is that they don't have the money. You know, when they're signing a player, there is that fee you really give out to the team where the player is coming in from. And you have to get the agent fees and you pay his agent. You have to pay the player sign-on fee when he's making that deal. All of the money involved, you can't tell me that they are doing financially bad as it's being portrayed out. Why is it that a player being sold is Frenkie De Jong? There are very many players Barcelona can sell and really get money. Look at Ansu Fati. Why don't they sell Ansu Fati? Why don't they sell Pedri? Why don't they sell Gavi? Reason being, they are coming from the La Masia Academy, and obviously they feel like Frenkie De Jong is the person who should really pave way for these other players coming in from the La Masia Academy. Obviously, he's demanding them his money. They've not yet paid him his money. And now green light has been given to him by the manager that I don't want you at Barcelona. Because playing Frenkie De Jong into the central defense is like telling him that I don't want you in my team. You remember the quote that Frenkie De Jong put out when he was playing for the Holland national team. He said, I enjoy myself more on the pitch when I'm the one who is supposed to get that ball from the back row and then take it forward. A role that has been denied me at Barcelona. And now they are even taking him out of the role he has been playing at Barcelona that he hates, and now they're taking him to the central defense, of which in the central defense he's going to be sixth fiddle, not even second fiddle, sixth fiddle. He's going to be a sixth choice into the central defender choices for Xavi. Obviously, if he wants to enjoy himself, he should come to Manchester United. So the door is open, and I think Frenkie De Jong is here, and he's really being ashamed everywhere, and it's really bad. It's really bad. It's really bad. If at all a player is demanding you money, you don't want to give him his money, and you are just trying to force him out of the team. But even Frenkie De Jong is here to blame. Why doesn't he really come out to the media and tell them, why doesn't he come out in the media and tell them, please, I want to go, but get me my money? Because he now has a reason. Frenkie De Jong, as we speak, he now has a reason to really offer to the fans of Barcelona. I will tell them, please, I always want to play for Barcelona. I've been loyal for Barcelona, all to Barcelona, but my problem is one, they want me to play in the central defense, yet I feel like I'm a midfielder. I can play good as a holding midfielder and as a box-to-box midfielder. That's what I really believe I am. But the club that I've loved and supported since when I was 4 is trying to play me as a central defender. So guys, it's time. I also want to leave Barcelona. Let me go to Manchester United because they want me, and my former manager is willing to give me the position that I really want to play game in, game out. So if I'm Frenkie De Jong, I think the ball has been set. If he comes out and says that I want to leave, he has a reason to give because he's not played where he wants. That's what Alex Sanchez did. He wanted to lead the line at Barcelona, and they couldn't let him lead the line because Lionel Messi was there, and that's why he was sold to Arsenal. Frenkie De Jong, the humiliation is coming and increasing. If at all you don't leave Barcelona, lots of things are coming that are going to really destroy all that and your reputation that you've built for a long time. Your mind is not in the right set, we know that. So it's better to really part ways with Barcelona because for them they're saying they're playing as a central defender. Obviously, you don't want to be played as a central defender in there for you. Then Joan Laporte, a man who is always contradicting himself, and you can as well come in and really put the name contradictor onto his other two names of Joan Laporte because that's what he does best. He talks the opposite to what he said yesterday the next day. So that is Joan Laporte. I told us that Frank is our player. We really like him. We received some offers, but we didn't accept as of now. As we want to talk with him and know exactly what he wants, we need to clarify some aspects of his situation in there for you. So he came out. I think I saw Fabrizio Romano post last time. Laporte, when he was unveiling Ousmane Dembele, asked about Frenkie De Jong. He said that he's our player. We want him, but we also need to know that we have some financial problems we need to solve either for you. So this time it comes and tells you that we are going to speak to him and know what his situation is. Yet the manager is telling us that he's going to play as a central defense is to stay. So it shows you that he's a person who contradicts himself and wait until this deal comes to happening because he's the same guy that sat with Richard Arnold, the CEO of Manchester United and the technical director of United, on the same table, and they discussed the selling of Frenkie De Jong. That's it. So he knows it very well that he wants to sell this player, but right now they're just trying to throw him out of this team. Then Helena Condis has told us that Barcelona are confident that De Jong will leave. Obviously, as things stand, Frenkie De Jong has nothing to do. You are preparing for the World Cup. Your team, you need to be fully fit. Your team is so much relying on you, and you don't want to miss it out. So, Frenkie De Jong with the likes of Gravenabach, you know that very well. You know him very well. Those mushrooming midfielders at the national team of Holland. Obviously, De Jong has to be on pressure because Van Gaal, the manager of Netherlands, is a no-nonsense manager. He will bench De Jong or he won't call him. Yet, Frenkie De Jong believes that he should go in and participate in his first World Cup in the for the team of Netherlands. Remember in 2018, Netherlands was not in the World Cup. They would have come, but it was not the World Cup. And this is the first World Cup that is at the disposal of Frenkie De Jong. And I don't believe that Frenkie De Jong would like to miss out. And if at all he's not played in Barcelona, Louis van Gaal will tell him, please, you're not going to be part of my team. You see? That's what he did to Danny van Beek. He told him, Danny van Beek, you need to be playing regular football. If I told you to go to the World Cup with me, he told it to a player who goes by the names of Julian Timber that United was so much wanting into this summer to be the first signing of Erik ten Hag. He told him that if I told you you're going to United, obviously, you have to be sure that you're going to get regular football. Without regular football, you aren't going to make it to Qatar with my team. So, Frenkie De Jong has lots of worries, and I think it's better for him. He flew out from Barcelona and really came to Manchester United. You know, there is what we call painful truth. Painful truth. Barcelona have thrown De Jong out of the window. That's it. That's it. So Frenkie De Jong is no longer needed at the side which goes by the name of Barcelona, and Barcelona telling him, please leave and show us your back. That's what Xavi is telling him, that if I told you to stay here, I'm going to play you as a central defender. Yet he's a sixth choice into the defenders at Barcelona in the field, because he cannot compete with Garcia, he cannot compete with Christensen, cannot compete with Arojo, cannot compete with Gerard Piqué, cannot compete with Jules Koundé, because they've been playing the central defense for very many years. So that's the De Jong to United transfer bust, and everyone now knows it that he is not needed at Barca. Obviously, he's not needed at Barca, and they've told him that please leave us in peace, and that's what Barcelona is doing to this young man they bought in from Ajax. The good thing is that they are earning exactly back the amount of money they bought from Ajax, 85 million euros, though 75 million euros are coming up front, and the 10 will come in as per his performances at Manchester United. Thank you guys for watching in. Smash the like button, comment and share. I want to know your reactions to De Jong to United transfer boost as we wait to see what happens in the due course of the week, because this story is going to go ahead and really gain more legs in the for you, and it's going to move more and more and more. Reason being, Barcelona is still having more games in America, and he's going to be submitted to this humiliation game in, game out. When you look at Barcelona, on Wednesday they are playing Juventus. Obviously he's not going to play. Now on 31st July they are playing New York Red Bulls. Obviously he won't play. They return to Barcelona on the 7th of August and they play Palmas UNMA in there for you, so he won't play. So there are still more 3 games for Barcelona to play, and Frenkie De Jong is not going to be playing. And exactly expect a post-match press conference from Xavi, and obviously De Jong is always going to be the biggest question to be asked Xavi, and we don't know what reply is going to be, but obviously he has told us that he has no place into his midfield. And I remember before I sign out, when I was talking about this story, telling you that, guys, it's not all about the financial situations. You get? Why are they bringing in Rafinha? Why are they bringing in Lewandowski? You get? The problem is Barcelona want to get rid of Frenkie De Jong. Reason being, Frenkie De Jong is better than Pedri and Gavi as far as playing that position is concerned. That's why they want to sell him out. You get? No other reason. No other reason. They are creating space for Gavi and Pedri. Let me give you an example way back. When Messi came in through, there was Ronaldinho, there was Samuel Eto'o at a team which goes by the name of Barcelona. But none of those was a La Masia graduate, and Messi was. You get? Even Thierry Henry was there. Then what they did was, Ronaldinho was at his peak. They sold him. Did he even go for free? They threw him out because they wanted to create space for Messi. Samuel Eto'o played like 1 or 2 seasons with Messi, and he was scoring very many goals, more than Messi scored. They sold him out. You get? After Thierry Henry, why was he thrown out? Because there was a La Masia prospect in the names of Pedri that couldn't succumb to the pressure of Thierry Henry being there. You would have said that, all right, Ronaldinho would have been on the bench and Messi played, but each and every time Messi doesn't play well, when Ronaldinho is part of your team, the cameras will be looking at Ronaldinho on the bench. That's it. Each and every time Pedri didn't play well when Thierry Henry was on the bench, a camera would go to Thierry Henry because Thierry Henry was a proven world-class player. That's what they are doing right now on Frenkie De Jong, because Frenkie De Jong is better than Pedri and Gavi. So they're telling him that if at all you stay at Barcelona, obviously you will steal the shine of Pedri and Gavi. So for them, they're playing it safe for their La Masia graduates. No space for them and no space for Frenkie De Jong, because they want to give freedom of footballing for the La Masia graduates in there for you. That's it. So expect lots of stories to develop as far as the Frenkie De Jong deal is concerned. And here onto the United Matters channel, we promise you to bring you every detail, every attention to detail in there for you as Xavi molds his team with Frenkie De Jong out of the midfield and is telling him you're going to play in the central defense. Obviously, a position that is so much occupied and Frenkie De Jong can't compete with the players at Barcelona. Your reactions are welcome in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about De Jong to United transfer boost in there for you and everything you want me to talk about. I'm out for now. See you later. May the Almighty God bless you abundantly. I'm out.